Greetings, everyone. My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. And today is... I'm not sure if this is a return or a debut of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. My most voted for cold, snow, ice related theme for my upcoming episode of VGM Vibes 6, which will be later this month. This is Route 216, and apparently there's a day and a night version. I did not know that. I think the requested one was daytime, so I took it upon myself to hear the nighttime version too. Also, before I get started, I think I saw there might have been like a midday version too. Please let me know if that exists. If so, I'll check that out later, but not right now. And yeah, this is requested by Disable and Carson. Thank you very much. Okay, this is my most requested ice or snow related video game song by a landslide. So let's check this out. Route 216. I don't know if I've heard this game before. I really don't. Either way, it's Pokemon. Pokemon music is... yeah. Alright, this is... Oh, and the channel is Video Game Music Resources. This is Route 216 Daytime from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Let's go. Pokemon music just makes no sense to me. Oh, the piano is going so jazzy on the right side. You know what this sounds like? Oh, dude, the piano. Over here, the piano over here. It sounds like an equivalent of like an ice cream truck. Like a jingle, you know? Pokemon ice cream truck. Oh, we have composer information. It kind of sounds like a Jamiroquai song. What a feel-good track. Instantly puts a smile on your face, everything. I feel like I'm getting red. Woo! I'm gonna mention one... Time flies when you're having fun. I'm not gonna talk too much because there's another one coming, but... just really quick, it says composed by Go Ichinose and arranged by Shota Kageyama. Arranged, does that mean this song exists in another game? Let me know. Before I even move on to the next one, first impression, just... I don't even know, honestly. Like, I can't think of another song in this whole channel that sounds like that. Not really. Dude, like as soon as I said that, I had a couple thoughts. I was thinking maybe like that one time I heard Maple Story, but not really. But it did remind me of, and I'm always grateful whenever you guys can remind me of my favorite stuff. It's always a good sign. And I mentioned this game a couple times, but if you're familiar with it, awesome. But if you ever played Gunbound, every time I say that, I feel like this like wave of nostalgia just hits me. But if you ever played Gunbound, it reminds me of, dude, that's crazy. I think it's like the second time I mentioned that Pokemon reminds me of Gunbound. I'm pretty sure. I might have said it in another video, but it's true. Like, I'm not saying like one copied the other or anything. It just reminds me of it because when I think of that sort of like jingle kind of sound where it's like really upbeat but just really nice and technical, I think of Gunbound. Although this like cranks it to 10. Like you can hear like all the musical prowess. The drums are amazing. The structure, you know what I mean? Like it's like Pokemon. I feel like we're both blessed with the composition side to even come up with these ideas, and then the other side being blessed is the talents that play them. So it's like you really get the best, like you get pure audio bliss. You know what I'm saying? You get to hear the cool stuff and then you get to hear it very well. And I'm hearing it through a YouTube video, which is obviously known for its compression, and it still sounds incredible. So I can only imagine what it sounds like in game. And one last thing before I move on to the next one. Just by like the theming of the video, I'm obviously it has to do with snow, ice, or cold somehow. Although I'm not entirely sure. For one reason, like to me, it sounds like a town theme. But it's called Route 216, and I have played one Pokemon game, the first one, Yellow, or Gen 1 Yellow. And when I think routes, I think quite literally like music in between towns. So if I had to take a guess, a snowy in between town route. Okay. I don't even know what I'm going to expect in the second one. Actually, you know what? First of all, right before I click play, sorry. There's a thing I've noticed here. A lot of the songs I'm doing for this episode of Ice have a lot of day and night cycles. What is going on? Seriously. Just look it up. Sonic, day and night. Octopath, day and night. Other songs I can't mention, day and night. Okay. Also, when you guys decide to tell me whatever you want, which of these games did you play? I'm pretty sure the community only plays like one, right? They don't play both, unless they want to collect them all. Anyways, this is Route 216 at night. Have I heard a night and day variance in Pokemon yet? I don't know if I have or not. Oh, that piano's live. Oh, it's chiller. Oh my gosh. Please tell me there's a drum cover of this. Or piano. Are those Jingle Bells? I love the piano here so much. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not really like picturing much gameplay here. I'm just kind of enjoying the sounds. I feel like this can instantly turn your mood around. Bad day? Roaches. I forgot to mention, I was too flabbergasted, but honestly, I didn't really hear too much difference there. I think the lead might have been a little different. I don't know. It's they're both too new for me, but they sounded nearly identical. I have to hear them. Well, I'm going to be hearing them more in depth so I can talk about them, which brings me to my next point. Since I'm going to be talking about this in depth in that video, please tell me what's going on. You know, please feel free to elaborate as much as you want. Put some spoiler tags for other people because just be courteous. But I think the thing I didn't mention that was my favorite thing of the whole song, besides the drums, was honestly the piano. And it wasn't centered; it was on the right side, and it just had this just like jazzy swing to it that I love. It was just playing chords, kind of carrying the whole song, and this is it was like the secondary rhythm to the song. Usually that would be like the bass, but I didn't really hear the bass too much in this song, to be honest. It was there, just not really. It didn't like have the under feeling I would normally associate with rhythm. In these songs, it was clearly the drums. Obviously, it's number one. But to me, the thing that was carrying the whole swing of it was the piano, just just playing those chords. And then, of course, the main takeaway is the lead being so prominent and like sticking out so hard. It sounds borderline. I don't even know what that was. It sounded almost like it could have been like a toy instrument in a way. It just had this kazoo-like sound, sort of. I don't know what that was. It's probably just a keyboard with its own unique patch. But I think that's why I really love Pokemon music so much, is that they're just kind of unafraid to do whatever. It kind of reminds me of Kirby. And by that I mean, all I mean by that is both Kirby and Pokemon to me have these really like bold soundtracks where they almost sound borderline like not human to play, so they kind of just go all out. Although in Pokemon it sounds a little bit more realistic, as in like a human can play it. But they're both just so impressive. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much musical prowess. I doubt I'll ever hear, and I mean this, and it's weird to say this, but I doubt I'll ever hear a bad Pokemon song. I've had people say, I've asked before, like, what are some bad Pokemon songs? And I never followed up with that, but I know people gave me answers, like, oh, well, maybe this one. I can almost guarantee that one doesn't even, whatever that is, it probably just doesn't suck. It's probably good in its own way. I think they care too much to, you know what I mean? I think there's no cutting corners with the music in Pokemon. I could see why that was the most voted cold related song. I don't know the context yet, but I will soon. By the time you're seeing this, it'll be up later this month. And if you're seeing this in the future, that episode of VGM Vibe 6 is already out. And it's going to be a pretty cool episode, no pun intended. It's my 3-year anniversary this month, so I want to I want these episodes to be cool, and a lot of people seem to watch them. So, yeah. Honestly, I don't know what the difference was in the second one. If you want to tell me, go ahead. I have to hear them more, but they sounded almost identical to me. They didn't sound like a big difference. I thought it would be like significantly different, where there'd be like no drums or something like that, but it sounded pretty identical. And again, if there is another midday version, let me know. Route 216. The most unassuming title for a snow theme. Thank you to who did I even put as the oh, it was Disable and Carson. Thank you very much for the request. Also shout out Carson, a lot of iconic Nintendo stuff they've requested. Same with Disable actually. Thank you to all my patrons you see here. Thanks for all for voting, and I'll see you in VGM Vibe 6 and Pokemon Music Rules, and that's all I have to say. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Peace.